Thomas Gravesen, a character who left his mark on Real Madrid, but not exactly for his technical ability. He is the famous Ogre of football, a player who arrived to be the new Claude Makelelé, but who ended up being remembered more for his madness than for his goals. Why was he a failure at Madrid? And why was he nicknamed Ogre? And why, even in 2025, is he still a living meme? We'll also tell you how this Dane who swapped football pitches for Las Vegas casinos is living today. Make sure you stay until the end, it gets good. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these stories. Now, let's get started. Who was Thomas Gravesen? Well, Thomas was born on the 11th of March, 1976, in Vejle, Denmark. And from an early age, he showed a strong character and a passion for football, although he also dreamed of becoming a fireman. He began his professional career at Vejle Boat Club and then moved to Hamburg in Germany. But it was at Everton in the Premier League that he made a name for himself. There, between 2000 and 2005, he became a favourite of the fans for his box-to-box style. A midfielder who ran from area to area, who recovered the ball and joined in the attack, even scoring a goal or two per season. His tenacity and intensity led him to excel at Euro 2000 with Denmark, and that caught the attention of a giant, the Galacticos of Real Madrid. Ultimately a failed signing for Real. It began in January 2005 when Real signed Gravesen for £2.5 million, a low figure for a club that was desperately looking for a defensive midfielder after the departure of Claude Makelelé to Chelsea, a player who no one at the club was capable of replacing. The Madrid of Zidane and Ronaldo and Beckham and Figo, they needed a bulldog to bring order to the midfield. But what they got was chaos on legs. Gravesen was not your typical tactical defensive midfielder. His style was rather, let's say, unpredictable. He alternated between extremely tough tackles and moves that seemed to have been plucked from a circus. The most famous of these moves was the Gravesen, a legendary dribble in a match against Sevilla, where he stuck his knee in the turf, let the ball pass and then carried on running, leaving everyone open-mouthed and leaving his knee on the verge of collapse. The commentator Michael Robinson on Canal Plus baptized that move the Gravesen, and since then it's become a symbol of his madness. But beyond that unique, inimitable play, Gravesen didn't fit in. His lack of technique, his prolonged periods of injury, not helped by the fact that he was a natural remedy freak who refused to take medication, like many of his teammates, and also his explosive temperament, they all combined to make him into a failed signing. In a year and a half, he played 49 games. He scored 1 goal, and then he left after a fight with the delinquent but, at the time, new star signing, Robinho, and that was in a training session in 2006 when Fabio Capello finally showed him the exit door. But why was he called the Ogre? Gravesen was not only an ogre because of his bald and robust physique, which earned him obvious comparisons with Shrek. His nickname came from his playing style and his personality. On the pitch, he was a whirlwind, tackling on the limit with abrupt gestures and an intensity that sometimes bordered on the violent. Off the pitch, he was also a powder keg. In one training session, he broke Ronaldo's tooth with a single blow, and then in another, well, that ended with his departure from the club because he got into a fist fight with Robinho. His coach, Fabio Capello, said, "He's a bit peculiar. Everything has to be done his way." His teammates nicknamed him Mad Dog, and the Bernabeu fans, although they loved him for his dedication, they couldn't help but laugh at his antics. Gravesen was like an unexploded grenade. You never knew when he was going to go off. Gravesen became an eternal meme. Even today, in 2025, he's still a living meme. The Gravesen, it's a classic on social networks. Every time there's talk of Real Madrid's worst signings, his name appears on the list. The fans remember him fondly, but also with more than a dash of humour. On X, it's common to see various montage of Gravesen as Shrek, or phrases like "Gravesen didn't play football, he fought with the ball." His time at Madrid was so chaotic that he has become an urban legend in football circles. There are even rumours that Madrid made a mistake in their transfer policy and they actually wanted Lee Carsley, his Everton teammate, although Carsley himself denied it, saying that Gravesen was much, much better. Now be that as it may, Gravesen is an icon of the Galacticos era, but for all the wrong reasons. But how is he living today? What is his current life? Well, he's gone from ogre to millionaire in Las Vegas. After retiring in 2009 at the age of just 33, after spells at Celtic and a brief return to Everton, Gravesen radically changed his life. He moved to Las Vegas in 2013 for love, after falling for Camilla Pearce, a Czech-born American former model, who, we can only imagine, had happened to her like Fiona, and she fell for the bald Danish man with the face of an ogre. And there, far from the spotlight, he quietly became a multi-millionaire, which definitely convinced our Fiona that she had made the right choice. How did he do it? Well, he invested the money he earned as a footballer in smart businesses, and according to the Danish newspaper BT, he amassed a fortune of more than $100 million. But it wasn't all rosy. Gravesen developed a taste for casinos, and he lost $61 million playing poker, according to Infobay. Nevertheless, today he lives a life of luxury in Vegas, surrounded by celebrities such as Andre Agassi and Nicolas Cage, and he can be seen enjoying parties and blackjack and a life of excess. Just imagine it! The ogre who chased rivals at the Bernabeu now chases aces at the poker tables with a pile of banknotes in his hand and a smile of grandeur. Thomas Gravesen is proof that you don't need to be a genius with a football to leave your mark on the game. His failed stint at Real Madrid, his nickname of the Ogre, and his status as an eternal meme, they've all made him into an unforgettable character. And now, living the champagne lifestyle as a millionaire in Las Vegas, it seems that the mad dog has found his happy ending, or at least his craziest ending. And you, dear viewer, what do you think of Gravesen? Do you think that he was a total failure, or simply a man misunderstood who could have had a career in football if they'd let him off the leash a little? Let us know in the comments, and also, if you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and activate the little bell for more stories like this. And of course, we will see you in the next video.